Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't.
Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, which is the one and only Red's View. I am your gracious host, Jay Red. And before we begin, make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com/WeAuthenticNetwork. All right, so you see we got guests on the couch, right? One guest in particular. Honored to have him here. He stopped through the great city of Atlanta and he came to Red's View. So shout out to Mr. Fleetwood. What's up, man?
What's going down, man?
Hey, man, I'm just happy to have you here. I read so much about you and I love what you got going on right now. How you feeling?
Man, I feel like a kid at 4 years old on Christmas Eve, man. Can't go to sleep, waiting to open up my present.
Yeah.
Every day is a present. It's a gift from God, so I'm just appreciating the gift by going hard, representing my ancestors, the Cotton Pickers of the Coalition. We artists from different regions, we just pushing like a pregnant woman, man. Honored to have soldiers around me, man, that's gifted, talented, and man, we building bridges all over the world,
No doubt, man. One thing that just stands out about you so much is with the Black Lives Matter movement that's going on right now, you know what I'm saying, and everything that's going on, that's just super important for our people to come together, and that your energy is what we need right now, you know what I'm saying? It's all that what we're about. So I just want to dive into the music real quick.
Yes,
the couple of songs that I got sent to me, you got one with Khujo Goodie.
Yes, sir.
You just shot that video today, right?
Yes, Khujo Goodie featuring my cousin Cold Blood the Great right here.
Hey, yeah, that was a dope verse that you
And we got Jesus Rolls on the hook.
Yeah.
We just telling America, man, you can't build no house on sand, it's gonna fall. And that's what's happening to America. They reaping what they sowing, they catching what they pitch. You know what I'm saying? We got 400 years of disrespect and torture. They paid Asian people, they paid Jewish people for the horrendous crimes committed against them.
Absolutely.
They never gave black people nothing but disrespect. And enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? When ain't nobody looking, God watching. So, till you do right by black people, ain't no good gonna come to you, America.
You right. Say that again for our Reds you listen.
Hey, till you do right by black people, ain't no good gonna come to you, America.
Ooh, KKKKK. You hear that? Yeah. Definitely. So, who did the production on those songs, man? Because they jam hard.
Man, I found a Kanye West in Phoenix, Arizona, Deucey Straight Raw, man. He got enough heat to warm Alaska. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, and I'm just honored, man, and blessed. Like I said, to have the people surrounded me, man, just helping cook this thing up. Ain't no iron team. Everybody that I'm affiliated with is just as talented as the next one, go hard just as the next one, and I'm just blessed, man, to be a part of this situation.
Absolutely. Definitely. Like I said, we're just happy to have somebody like you, a pivotal figure, to be out here and letting people know what it is, because I feel like a lot of MCs, especially the older MCs, you know what I'm saying, our icons, our legends, a lot of them don't speak out about the system. We used to, but now it's a situation now to where everybody just isn't vocal about everything.
Right.
But it seemed like you at these white supremacists' neck, letting them know, hey, you know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so definitely. So the other stuff that you got, man, how did you get your stuff? First of all, how did you get started in music? Like, what made you want to be rapping?
I was incarcerated in them juvenile halls, man, trying to keep from going crazy, and I always was a writer, storyteller. I was blessed to fly on airplanes at a young age from North Carolina to California, from California to North Carolina. I would sit on the porch and tell the little homies about each region. When I came back and forth, and then when I went to school, they would say, get up and tell what you did that summer, and I raised my hand up quick. So I raised my hand, and then when hip hop came, I started writing poems and got into the hip hop game. And when I went and got incarcerated, is when the pain came out of my pen. My pen started bleeding real heavy because I was full of pain. I always was embraced and influenced by people who talked about the struggle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and had a testimony. NWA, Goody Mob, Ghetto Boys, Public Enemy, Tupac, Too Short, Spice One. Them all my teachers. You know what I'm saying? So, my music sound like that because I come from pain. The youth see the pain in me, but they see the joy in me too.
Yeah.
From what I'm fortunate enough to do today. Like I said, my cousin right here, Cold Blood, the Great, one of the most vicious lyricists, and got one of the most coldest vocal tones I ever heard. But what he got more than anything is his spirit. everybody I deal with believe in God. We ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect but a hypocrite. You know, but you know, everybody in this room that walked through that door with me is spiritual people.
Definitely. I got the energy. Shout out to everybody that came, man. It's a whole crew here. And I love seeing black folks come together, you know what I'm saying? And one thing that stood out is that you said, hey, we're not a group or a clique, we're a coalition. And I think that's important to say and to be about, you know what I'm saying? It's important to move in packs like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially nowadays. So definitely. But not only with music, but I read that you are a filmmaker and also an author. So just what is some of the work that you've done as far as filmmaking goes?
Well, I was blessed to do my first film. I always followed O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube. And he was the one who inspired me. I seen him write the whole NWA album, Straight Outta Compton, except for Re and part. He wrote the whole thing, but he wouldn't accept them pennies. And then he went from there to doing Boys in the Hood. So he showed me that a rapper could act.
There you go.
And then he showed me that a rapper could maintain stability, financial stability in this game if you got a strong queen beside you and you stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? So I followed Cube, and I was reading the newspaper. I had wrote 3 books. I was reading the newspaper looking for a story, and I read about these 4 girls who played basketball in East Oakland. They won a championship after 36 years, but the true triumph was off the court. You know, what did they do to get to school every day? Because in Oakland, there ain't never been a strip club. It ain't a strip club. Pimping and Horn is real. You know what I'm saying? That's why Short got the lyrics he got, because he just depict what he see every day. So you got young girls growing up in a household. Mama might have been a hoe, or daddy was a pimp, or somebody in there was involved with the pimping and pamping. And that's just the way of life in Oakland, California. So for a young woman to walk out of our household trying to get to high school to play ball, it's a lot of trap holes she got to overcome and get through.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to cover. So that was my first film. I never went to film school. I always just write the treatment for my videos, you know. And I got in touch with the person who wrote the article. They put me in touch with the coach. The coach asked the team. I went and interviewed the girls, and I was blessed and fortunate, you know, to have that come across my path. And it's called I Just Want a Ball. We're looking right now to turn it into a TV series. You know, we're a few people from Oprah. So, you know, we're going to see what happens. They can't stop what God got planned.
Absolutely. Yeah. One thing, it's so many gems being dropped right now. I want to piggyback on what you said about Ice Cube, right? You said that he had a queen that stood with him, and then, you know, he was able to stand out the way. It's like, how important do you think that is to have a queen? You know what I'm saying? Because as males, especially black males, you know, we're the hustlers. You know, we make it from nothing to something, but I don't think our queens get enough credit, you know what I'm saying, for standing by our sides. When you look, you know, with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and everybody like that. I just want you to touch on that again.
Well, you know, a castle is not complete without a queen. It's only an empty building with a king. You know, it'll never be complete without a king, a queen. And if you look at any successful black man in this world, you're going to see he had a strong black woman beside him. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Especially in this entertainment game, because it's full of devilment, full of dope, you know what I'm saying, full of trickery. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got somebody to hold the house down, because a lot of times you got to be on the road. And if you mess with 10,000 different women, man, you're going to get torn apart. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a strong black woman with you at home and can keep holding the house down and can come on the road with you or in the business with you, then you're going to be good. And you can look at the history of this game. Look at the ones who've been maintaining success at a long time. They got a strong woman with them. Why you think Jay-Z tied in with Beyonce? You feel me? It wasn't coincidence who he chose, because he done been with many women. It wasn't no coincidence the woman that he chose. You understand me? So, man, I just study the people fell off, and I pay attention to the ones who ain't. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing, man. I come from a strong woman, so I know a strong woman. When I see one, I know a weak woman when I see one. You know, and man, like I said, a castle is only an empty building without a queen.
Man, that got to be quoted, man. That was real strong, real powerful. Thank you for expounding on that.
Yes, sir.
So the other stuff, man, I'm seeing right here, right? For Sean, I'm sure you'll put this up here somewhere, but you got, how you pronounce it?
Zephaniah.
Zephaniah.
Yeah.
It's a new documentary.
Yes, sir.
What's that about?
Well, it's about receiving the greatest gift you're ever going to receive, and that's a child. It's about humbling yourself and respecting the woman that brought the child into this world. It's about, you know, just understanding that you can't define yourself as a man if you walk away from your baby. Ain't nowhere in the world, not from what I've been taught, not, you know, me and Cold Blood wasn't raised like that. Cold Blood, 7-star general. Cold Blood got 7 children, and he inspired me. He told me I was gonna have a child one day. You know what I'm saying? So you can't define yourself as a man, not the way we was raised. If you walk away from your child, I don't care what the woman did. She snitched on you, baby, with your best friend, whatever. She brought you to life. You got to humble yourself. You got to say you sorry when you ain't. You feel me? Because this woman could have died on that table having your child. So if you don't respect that, then how you gonna respect yourself? Is the way I was taught. So that's what it's about. It's about co-parenting. It's about hopefully helping a brother or sister heal the wound, the differences between them, and doing what's best for the child. Because there ain't no child in this world after coming to this world. You feel me? Ain't no child asked to come here. It was a choice made between the man and the woman not to use protective sex that brought that child. So, you know, me myself, you know, I open my closet hoping to inspire, encourage, and motivate people. So this is the latest stage of my life. Me and Rappin' Forte came to Phoenix, Arizona for the Super Bowl. Cold Blood was with us. And Cold Blood was with me when I met her, him and AD, Bay Area AD. Shout out to Bay Area AD.
Yep.
You know, we was all together at the Super Bowl. I met the woman. You know, I moved down there to Phoenix. You know, we didn't really know each other, moved in with each other. I had my first child at 54. And by that time, we realized, you know, she didn't like the way I put my lotion on my elbows. And then, you know, the way she cook eggs, I ain't like that neither. So, you know, we had to get away from each other because, you know, certain things in life just ain't going to happen, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but, you know, it took me a while, bro. I'm still getting to it. You know, we still clash, but every time we clash, I remember Zephyr 9 Mile at Rose Valley. You know what I'm saying? I done said I'm sorry many times it wasn't wrong. So that's what it's about, man. It's just humbling yourself and being appreciative of the greatest gifts you could ever receive when as a child, man. It's called Zephyr 9.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Another thing I wanted to touch on is I read that you had the homeboy hotline.
Yes, sir.
So you got out of jail,
Yes, sir.
and then you wanted to help people who were formerly incarcerated.
Yes, sir.
So then the homeboy hotline, what was that exactly?
Well, I got out of jail many times and wanted to change, you know, and usually it's 72 hours within the time that you're going to keep them promises you done wrote to your mom, your girlfriend, your kids, and all them poems and stuff. You know, you go stay with a girl, it's more peanut butter getting ate, there's more toilet paper getting used, and sooner or later they're going to say, did you get a job today?
No doubt.
Or you go out, you do your push-ups, you leave out 7 o'clock in the morning, you come back in, nah, I ain't find one today, nah, baby. And sooner or later they're going to get tired of you, and then you might not come back full of shame. So you might go back to your addiction, or you might go back to robbing.
Right.
So my thing was, this man gave me a job in a homeless shelter. I went in there and said, sir, I've been out 2 days, and I need a job to keep from robbing somebody like you who got a job. Will you please help me? He told me to calm down and sit down, and he was going to give me a job. And that was at 39 Field in San Francisco, and I walked out of there crying because I knew my life was going to change. And I said, hey, man, it's time for me to try to find some more people like this man. And I went on radio running my mouth. Somebody helped me build a website. You know, that was 20 years ago. We started in San Francisco. We're in 7 states now. And we're a website. We're not a brick and mortar because I didn't want the government to take the rug out from under me and then it's not existing no more. So we offer resources to people transition from any form of incarceration, from housing, expungement, resume preparation, you know, just getting their license together, you know, things of this nature. You know, my whole motto is oatmeal is better than no meal. We're a sign on the road to redemption. You know, and I just tell them, hey man, ain't nothing gonna change until you change. My partner, he's standing on the side right there. He's from Robert Taylor Homes. You know, true testimony, powerful testimony. He gonna sit here and tell you, you know, he come from what they call Chirac. You feel me? And they dying and killing every day in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But he made a choice and decision in his life to change. He now is a postman in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm proud of him. I salute him. He's a real soldier. And that's what it's going to take, you know, anybody that's dealing with incarceration, because it comes from a choice you made that you're dealing with the consequences that you had.
Yeah.
You understand me? Everybody done did something wrong, everybody ain't got caught, you know. But the whole thing is, you know, when you in them places, when you get ready to come home, it's like the community don't owe you nothing. You get a job at McDonald's, that's a come up, because you was only making $1.25 in prison. So minimum wages will come up. Going to a homeless shelter is better than being in a cell. And once I realized that, I quit blaming the white man. I quit blaming getting mad at them girls who wasn't writing me and sending me no money. The homies wasn't sending me. I looked in the mirror and said it was your fault. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. You know, my whole thing is just to inspire people, motivate people, man, and keep pushing. I ain't no gangster, man. I'm a soldier. I'm at war against injustice and racism.
Absolutely.
And I use the homeboy hotline as a way to continue the liberation of my people. I never will in my life think about apologizing for being broke. I mean, for being black.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never apologize for being black, man. I love who I am. I'm a king.
There you go.
They might not know who I is. They know who I is, but they ain't gonna say it. But I definitely, one thing for certain, I know who I is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. The homeboy hotline is just my contribution to the liberation of my people, man. You know, the soldiers and the soldierettes coming home, man. It's one of the most proudest achievements I ever did. And I'm looking to bring it to Atlanta real soon.
Definitely. We're looking forward to it. So Cold Blood. What's happening, man? I seen you over there in the cut, man. But I heard that song that you on, man. So what would you describe your rap style as? Like, you know, what kind of music you make?
Man, I make inspirational music to change life, inspire, motivate. And the thing is, I don't write. Everything you hear is off the dome.
Off the dome.
Like he said, we spiritual, man. I stand in front of that mic, say a prayer, and tell the Lord, speak to me, talk to his people. So if I feel like this today, that's how I come. I don't go in there planning. I let the beat talk to me.
Definitely.
Even Fleas would be like, hey, go. Hey, man, hey, make sure, man, we ain't got that. But I said, Flea, I got it. And then when I'm done, he'd be like, hey, man, that was dope. I said, Flea, I got it. Because, you know what I mean? It's preparation, but everybody does it different. I like to speak, like us, we speak from the heart. If I can speak from the heart and I'm not feeling it, I can't tell it.
Yeah. You don't want to do it if it ain't real. Yeah.
Because every word of mine, you're going to feel it.
Right.
Because it comes from right here, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
That's dope. How important is it to have, you know, your cousin, you know what I'm saying, and everything that he stands for? Is it motivation to make that type of music all the time?
It's very important because it's about making a difference, man. Like, I do the same thing he does. You know, I have been through gunshots, warfares, been grabbing a kid life from on the scenery. Big bruh, I'm being shot at. Bullet just missed his head by an inch, but I'm on the front line. I left my daughter at the office. I'll be back. Don't even know if I'm coming back. Because the gunman's still on the loose. I could have go try to save that person and get hit. I don't take cats up out of the projects, fly them out in Mexico. I've been to 30-something states, 5 countries, from Africa all the way through. And I take people with me. Just to see that smile on their face will change their lives. So it's passionate for us. That worth way more than millions. I'm a 7-star general, 7 kids. And when I said 7 kids, a lot of people say they got kids, but where's your kids? I got all mine in one house, one roof.
That's important.
I raised all mine.
That's important.
Because it's very important for a man to be there, and a man to lead, man, his family. And not too long ago, at one of the protests, my son shocked me, man. And my brother, Barry A.D., was like, hey, man, that's my nephew. I felt good because I raised my son to go on that stage and spoke, and he forced me to walk up out of the crowd and stand up there with him and talk to them police. And I said, son, you see what I've been telling you? Because they don't understand why we go hard on them or give them the gamut knowledge that we give them. I said, now I'm happy you've seen what I've been telling you. You've seen it for yourself.
Right.
So, man, it's worth a whole lot.
Definitely.
It's not about the money. I look at it as being in position. God give us this gift to be in position to make a difference.
Absolutely.
That worth millions.
Yeah, definitely. Man, there's so much power, man, with these brothers that are here. Y'all see what it is, man. So with these jamming singles that y'all got right now, are they available on the internet, like on streaming platforms and stuff like that?
Well, Till You Do Right will debut next Friday. All streaming platforms, 600 stores. We blessed to be signed with GT Digital / Empire. Got a good situation with them, so It's gonna be available next Friday, and Bay Area AD is editing the video right now. We just shot it today. He gonna get on his whoop, and I say it should be ready 2 or 3 weeks. We're gonna debut that thing to the world, and we make history. I don't know what else nobody do, but man, we've been blessed to make history, man. They gonna feel it. You can believe that.
Yeah, I already know, because I feel it. And I've been jamming those singles all day, man. Like I said, they go hard. Production is booming. The lyrics are crazy, you know. And I'm excited to see the video as well.
Yes, sir.
So, man, just everything that, you know, you got going on, man. I just, you know, it's easy for me to say to keep going, but I mean, like, it's just very important, you know what I'm saying, for everybody to see what you're doing, because, like, you're not just an artist, you know, you're an author, you know, filmmaker, all of that stuff, and then it's so prolific, you know what I'm saying, and we don't have a lot of that out here, or if it is out here, you know, we may not be able to see it like this, but man, like, I feel like it's, you know, it's history in the making and stuff, and I'm just blessed to have y'all on Resview, you know what I'm saying?
We appreciate it.
Man, it's a blessing to be here, bro. Without platforms like this, you know, they don't let the underground out. You know what I'm saying? They scared for us to talk to the youth, because the youth is tomorrow, and they want to distract tomorrow by putting that pollution in their ears and keeping them high. You know what I'm saying? They don't want them to think about creating no app. They don't want them to think about learning how to run the stock market. They don't want them to think about, you know what I'm saying, being a doctor. They'd rather for them to think about how you can get some E-pills in the mail, or what's the latest new Percocet, or some Xanax or something.
Or what
you know
about
what I'm saying?
what you call that? An AT is ATD or EDD or ADD or something.
Yeah.
Where when I was young, my grandma used to say, "Boy, a kid don't sit still at all."
Oh yeah,
But now
Yeah.
they making them think they got a problem and then medicate them to control them.
Yeah.
Man, you ever seen a kid sit still?
Right. That's what
Man,
kids do.
I remember my grandma used to call me a wiggle tail because I'm always moving.
Yeah.
But now these days, man, they call that ADHD.
ADHD.
Yeah. Man, let's put them on the medication.
And I'm gonna tell you what's cold is most parents quick to do it to get a check.
Oh yeah.
They look at their children as a check. You know what I'm saying?
Quick.
And that's the sad part, man. Right now we got children that's crack grandbabies because crack came out in the 80s, so them kids grew up and they had babies, and that was about what 2000. So then them kids had babies. So now we dealing. See what happened in the 60s, 1964, when the Civil Rights Act was passed. They implemented welfare, but the main stipulation was the man couldn't be in the household if you got government assistance. Section 8 lived in the projects. Can't no man be in there. So they knocked the man out the household, then they sent the man to Vietnam. When he came back from Vietnam, he was eating them poppy plants to deal with the mental war that he was seeing, dead bodies, so they came back heroin addicts. And that's when the heroin emerged in the black community strong in the early 70s. So then in the late 80s, in the mid 80s, when they introduced crack cocaine and cooked it up, and what that did was took the woman out the household. She walking the streets all night now, and little homie, he in there with his little sister and them, got the pamper on for 3-4 days. He full of rage. You know what I'm saying? The foster care rate went up 75% during the mid 80s to the mid 90s. Now, most of them kids, when they became 18, you know, they just kicked them out to the streets. So them kids had babies. Then them kids had babies. And them the ones we dealing with right now. They don't care about nothing, man. They'll blow your head off. They don't want to hear nothing. They just want to get high. You understand me? They want to shoot something. And they trying, yeah, sir, please do.
I worked or used to work with the kids at juvenile hall, and I remember one of them asked me, "Hey, Colt, but what's the craziest thing you ever seen?" And I told him, and one of them said, "Man, I seen my mama got her brains blown by my daddy in the front seat. So what can I tell that kid?" Oh, man, they all messed up, but the thing is, one thing I know, because I've been through the same thing they have been through, that's why I work with them. Their minds is messed up. We all good people, but we life niggas be who we are. All we ask for is a little bit of love and understanding. Because I understood them, they didn't want to talk to nobody but me. Because I understand their pain. a drug counselor could only be a drug counselor. A paper don't certify somebody to understand your feelings. If I'm an alcoholic and you a drug, I'm an AA counselor, you understand my pain and my emotion. That paper don't make us connect. But a lot of these people, man, they go there for the money, and they don't understand the people they dealing with. Most of the time, they look down upon them. So, man, if a kid or a person used to order like, man, you won't be nothing, that's what it started thinking. Man, okay, well, society said, I ain't nothing, I would show them.
Yeah, definitely.
And the reason why I know is I was once like that. So now my kids brought me back.
Yeah. Yeah.
95% was locked up in juvenile hall. No mom, no father. I was so motivated. I made a song called, I flipped the song, my Patty LaBelle, I'm on my own. And the hook goes like this: I was raised in the streets, foster care group home. So a nigga so dope, get his loot on. Got me feeling like nobody could tell me shh. So I feel like nobody could tell me nothing. Now I'm strapped with a llama. Mama strung out. Pop's gone on being in the streets with the homies drunk out. Got me feeling like nobody could tell me shit. And then in the back, I'm on my own. That's how they feel.
Yeah.
I was so inspired. I walked out of that juvenile hall door, and that hook came in my head. Because they feel like they're on their own. And after being on your own for so long, how can somebody tell you something?
I tell you something else. In my opinion, just to tap in on it, I don't think the children trust us because they don't have no reason to trust us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they don't want to hear nothing.
No,
they really listen to Cardi B and Yeah, Young Boy and Kodak
Black
and Megan Thee Stallion. They don't want to talk to Fleetwood. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I just let them. I let them see my scars, and hopefully they hear my pain. But I want them to see my joy.
Yeah.
I want them to see that grandmama joy. When grandmama used to be just moving. I want them to feel that joy that only God can give. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's just my job, man. And man, you know, it come with temptation and trials and tribulations, but it's all worth it at the end of the day, man. So I'm just thankful for the peace we got, man. It's priceless, man. And ain't nothing like doing what you love to do, understanding who you are, and pushing, man. And that's what we are, man. Everybody in this room got their own companies, you know what I'm saying? They got their own path, but we coming together with this cotton picker thing because right now we the soundtrack of this wound called racism in America.
And the reason why we have to come together, because think about it, I look at it like building a house. It takes a plumber, a carpenter, even the ones that just say no good after they've been foundation to build with these securities. Even the ones that, hey man, Debo, come, man, watch my house.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah. So we all have to come together because we all a unit. That's how we become one. And that's why they say she's your other half, because you're only 50%. No man or a woman is 100%. But society make us to think Beyonce say, man, I'm independent. I don't need a man.
Yeah, I think that's been a real troublesome thing in the black community nowadays.
Man, look, I could get my nails done, or if I do holler at a man, it's materialistic. What can you do for me? Because that's how society wants it.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's why brothers like y'all step in to make that change. And the most important thing, like you're saying, is educating the children. And hip hop is a great way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that seems like the best language a lot of the youth can get, they can relate to. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I'm just so appreciative of y'all. Of course, you done made a fan of me, and I'm just excited about everything that's forthcoming. I got to really catch up on all the stuff that you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot, you know. I had no idea at first, like, you know what I'm saying, about this, everything that you got going on. But, man, just within the first 30 minutes that I've met you, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I've know so much about you. And I want to know more, you know what I'm saying? So, Resview was definitely that platform. You can't get this nowhere else like that, you know what I'm saying? We do this independently, black owned, you know what I'm saying? So, where can everybody reach y'all at, man, as far as social media?
Man, check me out. This is Cold-Blooded, the great son of a lion. I'm a son of God. That's why I speak with authority. You can check me out, COBLOODED, THE and GREAT. I got a video just dropped today called Trying to Survive. Check that out. Then I got a one before that called Champion. I dropped that 2 weeks ago, and Champion is for us who conquer all the obstacles in life. Man, you're a champion because you still stay strong, kept your head above the water like a dolphin and kept going, man. So you're a champion. Check that out. Cold-blooded, the great.
Definitely, man, definitely. Fleetwood SF, go on that Facebook, Robert Bowden, B as in boy, OWDEN, and hit me on my email, Fleetwood_189 @hotmail. If you or you know somebody coming up out of jail, man, make sure y'all hit us up at homeboyhotline.org. Whatever you do, keep God close to you. Won't be far from you. He's not a merry-go-round. He won't turn on you. You know what I'm talking about?
Word. And make sure that y'all be on the lookout for this right here. I'm excited about it. This documentary is coming soon. And make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com/WeAuthenticNetwork again. Also visit resview.com to get all your merchandise and things like that, man. But Fleetwood, Cold-Blooded, everybody in the room, because y'all can't see everybody right now, but man, it's a pleasure to have y'all stop by here. You could have been anywhere else in Atlanta, but y'all came through here, man. So and then dropping wisdom and knowledge to our redheads, our viewers, you know what I'm saying? So it's been a pleasure, man. But we'll be making sure that we follow y'all brothers, man, and we appreciate everything you're doing. But anyway, this is J. Red Fleetwood, Cold-Blooded. We signing out.
Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up, give up, give up.
I know you got doubts, but get to the bag. Just follow the dream and stick with the plan. I know you get worried, I know you get scared.